Hello, my loves. This is just going to be a live guided meditation activation. You can join me and do it right now, or you can play it on replay tomorrow on the actual Lion's Gate. That's August 8th every year. And what happens, just in a quick, brief explanation, is that the planet Sirius aligns with Orion's belt and the earth, and the planet Sirius is the spiritual sun of our sun, so it pours light codes usually into the earth, which nourishes the sun. And at this time, this light in ancient Egypt, where they first celebrated this, the light that would happen between the alignment that would happen between the planets would shine through the pyramids of Giza, and so they would celebrate at that time. The Lion's Gate is about manifesting prosperity and abundance in our life. So I'm going to do this guided meditation to activate and clear pathways in our body to be able to receive these light codes that are pouring in right now. So if you have some sage or Palo Santo or something you want to light to just kind of create a sacred space, go ahead and do that now. And then find a comfortable place to sit or lie down. So I like to keep a little incense burning and Palo Santo. And of course you put it in a little fireproof bowl. And I always take it over my head first, down to the heart and around the body. Just clearing my space. And if you don't have any sage to help you create a sacred space, just close your eyes and anchor into this, and I'm energetically sending the sage and Palo Santo, frankincense over to you. And then get nice and comfortable, set your sage aside and close your eyes, and we will begin this activation now. Taking your hands to your knees, place your hands down. Feel your sit bones rooting into the earth. Take a deep cleansing breath, so sealing the lips to pull the air in through the nostrils. Feel the air move through your throat and feel your heart expand. Drop deeper. Feel the rib cage expand, the solar plexus, and pull the air deep into your hora, your womb space, and down to your root chakra. Imagine your legs, each of them a snake. One representing the masculine and one representing the feminine. Imagine this energy, this snake-like energy that in our modern day is often demonized, but is where our power truly exists. You're going to anchor that into the earth. So imagine these snakes extending from the hip flexors, moving down the legs, feeling the feet plant as the head of the serpent moves into the earth, digging deep into the core of the earth. Exploring any colors or sensations you're feeling here. Feel this as a balancing of the masculine and the feminine within you. We are in the dark of the moon, the energy that is very present right now. It began a clearing back on Mary Magdalene's feast day in July. For some of us, even earlier than that. So just noticing any thoughts that come up around this clearing. Any stories that are playing in your mind, go ahead and take a deep breath here. Deep inhale, eyes sealed tight, lips sealed tight. This time pulling the breath deep, deep into your belly, parting your lips, audibly let go. Another time, inhale. Open your mouth, sigh it out. Yourself just arriving in this moment. Releasing a few of the energetic cords that maybe you felt quite attached to. And then noticing the silence around you. Feel where the silence touches your skin. Notice how the silence creates actual movement. Your prana, your breath, your life force that's moving in and out of your nostrils seems to be creating an energetic fire at the top of the crown of the head that's opening up. And as the fire burns away, clears away these blocks at the crown, feel the spirit of your breath opening a channel. Opening a channel that you really didn't pay a whole lot of attention to. Maybe you didn't even realize it was blocked. And as you do this, you feel your serpent-like legs rooting deeper into the earth. The serpent at the core of the earth flips around part of its body, leaving an S-like shape in the earth, moving back up. And as it does, it moves all the way up to the hip flexors. And both heads of the snake are meeting at center in your womb. As the snake's tail and part of its body is still existing at the core of the earth, wound like an S shape around molten lava. In the center of the earth, this heat, this nourishing energy of your loving Earth Mother moves up through the snake, through your legs, and comes out of the snake's mouth as it enters your womb space. Both snakes' mouths open wide, and it seems they move into one another. One of the snakes goes in the other's mouth, the other one goes around, and they become one. From this space, you feel this head of the serpent as one, masculine and feminine together, moving to the base of your spine. You're feeling a stirring here in your womb space. Imagine darkness. With your eyes tightly closed, maybe you can even access this darkness that is in front of you. And in this space of darkness, you realize that this opening that happened a few moments ago, it's beginning to show you something green. It looks very similar to the green orbs that appear in our videos on our phones. It appears right before you. It moves into your heart space and it grows larger. And the green orb stays right here at your heart center. Just above it at the throat, you see a blue radiance beginning to grow at the throat with tiny lines, energetic frequency waves moving from the throat, just barely like smoke, moving up to the crown of your head. And then your awareness is drawn downward to the solar plexus, where a light orb appears right above the navel center that is yellow. It is feeding your courage and strength as you walk through this portal of transcendence. And below it, you see an orange light. And the orange light blinks here. It goes from black to orange, black to orange. And then you leave this space to notice below it this red light. This light is your safety, your security, how you move through the world in your own sovereign ability. What is truth for you? Do you feel safe or don't you feel safe here as being awakened in your consciousness so that you can transcend it? Knowing that all the lessons that passed before this day, when we were stuck in them, may have felt like we would never get to the other side, but here we are today. So knowing that all of the attachments to suffering, to what came before us, are just blocks. We're going to use this energy of Sirius that's already pouring onto our earth. We're going to use that energy to anchor us in safety, in good health, and prosperity and security. We're going to do this by envisioning an anchor. The anchor starts, the tip of the anchor, it's like right at your root chakra. And Isis is standing before you, and behind her is Hathor supporting her, and she takes this beautiful anchor and she holds it right to the trunk of your body, the tip being right at your root, and then the part where it starts to come up and out to the side. This is surrounding your womb or your hora, and then that line, that straight line coming up from the anchor is coming up through the solar plexus, through the heart, through the throat. You're beginning to see these lights like glowing around this anchor as it pulls all the way to the crown of your head. Beautiful Isis steps aside as Hathor bows to you and anoints your third eye. And she steps to the right as Isis is on the left. And Holy Mary Magdalene steps forward. She has a lovely ankh in her hand. The three women together creating this beautiful trinity of the Mother, Maiden, and Crone. Their power is anchoring you into your light right now. This beautiful ankh that Mother Mary holds, she steps forward. And Isis and Hathor both on either side of her, right before you, about an inch away from you. Together, each of them touch this ankh. And place it right at the third eye. And the base of the ankh is at the third eye, and the loop goes above it. Releasing you from the confines of the ego. And the ego's worry about its time being short, about its time being limited here. The ego's attachment to suffering as well as to keeping you safe. This ankh is clearing any ancestral blocks around your safety and security, any blocks that came from past lives, any witch wounds, any wounds from past lives of being killed for speaking your truth are being cleared by this radiant ankh. All three of these goddesses and ascended masters' hands are held right here at your third eye as this sacred ankh is being activated into your body. You begin to see the pyramids of Giza take shape in your mind's eye. And far above in the sky, you see the sun. And the sun is setting, and it's setting quickly. And now we are in the darkness. And the moon is dark, so all you see is stars. You see Sirius. And you imagine yourself staying here with this alignment of the earth and Orion's belt and Sirius. You see it. And you allow this Ankh to hold this sacred space of the 7th and 8th plane of consciousness pouring in. So you're allowing space for whatever they have to pour through your body, moving through this sacred Ankh into the third eye, to the throat. Opening the green orb of light in your heart and anchoring your truth. It's clearing pathways now. You see this light pouring in, and even as the sun begins to rise in the morning, you see these 2 pyramids. You see the light begin to shine through them. And there's a lion that sits guarding in front of each pyramid. As the light shines through, the lion's mouths open, and from the lion's mouths and heart pour into the world, into a circular motion around our entire earth, opening the gateway, opening the heart, opening the mind, releasing the attachment to the ego and its thoughts about all of the suffering we are experiencing in this life. We are accepting the more and more this light pours in from between these pyramids. We begin to see other pyramids growing from the sand. They were there all along, but we didn't notice them. They're everywhere, and they're gold shimmering light. It's like holding you in this circle, reminding you of the abundance and prosperity and worth of your existence on this planet. That you have a special mission, a special dharma and gift you were meant to create in this world. And even if you think that what's beginning to grow is this tiniest little mustard seed, just know that the impact your conscious mind may not be aware of, when this mustard seed cracks open and begins to grow, the amount of people it will impact, you may not ever know in this lifetime, but before you came here, you did. And when you return home, you will know that you achieved your mission. By releasing your attachment to how your message is heard in the world and how you send your message and how it's received, it doesn't matter. As long as you put that message in the world, all it has to hit is one person's ears, and from their ears it will reciprocate to another person, and you will never know in this lifetime how many people you touched, and that's okay. What is important right now is that you are accepting what's pouring into you, the new wisdom as your truth, without worrying about the judgments of others. That you will be able to follow this voice within, that you'll hear the sacred whisper of your higher self and your angelic guides and ascended masters that are helping pave the pathway for you to step into who you were always meant to be. All of us are inherently divine and pure and innocent. It doesn't matter what came before this day or who you were before this day. All that matters is that you are aligning with this truth that's pouring in now, and that you walk that truth with your head held high, knowing you are protected, you are guided. Just taking this moment in silence to release. Release through tears, through hiccups, through sneezing, through breath, through laugh. Whatever feels like it will move any of the energy you have been attached to that has been keeping you blocked. Just take these few moments now. Now these snakes that have moved to the womb begin to intercross, creating loopy motions as they begin to spiral up your spine. You begin to connect to the spiral dance of this life, the seasons of birth, of rebirth and birth, life, loss, and death. You connect to that because it always begins again at rebirth and birth. So you're seeing this energetic cycle and pattern and spiral dance move through your spine until it comes to your throat, where the divine feminine power, angelic, righteous rage for all the ways she has been repressed is beginning to spiral, and you see this spiral created at the throat, spiral in and spiral out. You're watching this light being anchored in the throat so that you will be able to speak clearly with grace. You will be able to share your message with the world. You will be able to live in alignment with who you really are. This Syrian lights that are coming in, their light codes, their beings from the planet Sirius are just a manifestation, another manifestation of your higher self. Have you lived there? In another life, were you connected to Sirius? Did you live in Atlantis? Did you live in Lemuria? Maybe you lived with the Palladians, the Arcturians. Other lifetimes not only inhabited this earth, they inhabited other planets. And the wisdom that your soul carried from those lifetimes and the way those planets lived is being poured into this vessel now, so that you can absorb this wisdom and share it with the world without worrying about what anyone around you thinks. Because you are surrounded by these great pyramids and this light that will hold you and anchor you. And as you accept this right now, Mother Mary, Isis, and Hathor begin to step away from you as the Ankh stays anchored in your third eye, the anchor in the center of your body, and these serpents that hold you into the earth all remain intact. And as they do this, they go right outside all of the pyramids, and here you are in the center, you and the lions. The third lion appears. So now there's 3 lions and 3 pyramids. And from the crown of your head is an iridescent white light that is moving around you in a spiral, and you see your body begin to dance and move and sway with this light that is above you. And you're going to keep this swaying motion, this movement of energy that is in your body, that you are absorbing right now from above the crown of your head. It's going to continue to feed you courage and strength to step into that abundant life, the prosperity that you are meant to live. We are meant to live happy and free. The hard times, the suffering are just lessons to get us where we need to be. So we're going to take this final breath as we accept this new ethereal, energetic reality that will stay with us as we move through this portal and step into this new wisdom and this new purpose, this newfound light within. Together we'll inhale, pulling it all the way from the root to the crown of your head. Holding it there at the top, taking another sip of air to pull in as much light as you can. Allow the light to overflow from your being by holding this light. You're going to breathe life into your intention with your exhale. Slowly, slowly, slowly out the mouth. And then let your breath reset back to a nice rhythmic pace. Flowing in and out of the nostrils. Before you open your eyes, begin to circle your body. Let your head roll. Maybe feeling a new energetic wave through your spine, noticing how this serpent of feminine and masculine energy is anchoring you here and opening you to your spiritual awareness, your psychic abilities, your empathic abilities, your ability to lead from the heart as the lion is now awake in your physical body. To accept this into your new reality, take 3 deep breaths with me now. To seal this activation, blinking your eyes open now. It is done, it is done, it is done. By the power of 3, a perfect trinity, it is done. I love you guys. Thank you for being part of my membership.